Today we're going to replace a throttle body on a C300 2008. So the issue that the car exhibits is it is showing an error code P2123, and this error code is related to a throttle or pedal position sensor. We're gonna tackle this with the throttle body replacement. We're gonna start by removing this plastic piece here, and next we're going to remove the air filter housing. Disconnect this here, pull this off. I'll try this one more time. There you go. Lift it up. Normally it's supposed to be clipped back here, but this clip is missing here on this engine. Next, we're going to remove the MAF sensor here. So we're going to disconnect this connector. So you push this latch out here, and then you squeeze it and pull back the connector. There you go. So that's that. And then we gotta just detach those two clips here by pushing them sideways. So like this. Try not to break them, or you'll be replacing the entire MAF sensor. So here's one. Let's do the other side. So then we'll push it out here, and now we just gotta get it. There's a metal pin back here. I don't know if you can catch this right back here. To disengage this steel piece here, I'm just pushing it back, and that gives me now enough room to pull out the MAF sensor. There you go. So that removed the sensor. So the connectors were here and here, and that kind of sits in those metal pieces here. So here and here it kind of latches on, and this was that metal piece we removed. So okay, so next we're going to remove this piece here, which is the air duct housing, and we'll start by removing this hose from the centrifuge here. So this just pulls off. Nothing special here. And then there are some notches here. One you'll see here, this one here, and this one you just raise, and there's one more down here. It's a bit hard to see. This is where my finger is. You just push it down, so that kind of releases the bottom part. You kind of can lift it. Now this way, now we just pull up the top one, and then the entire part comes out like this. So let me just show you. So this one I push down here, and so that kind of released that little notch here, and then this one I pushed up, and that was that. That's all there is. And we'll clean this up. So now with that, this gives us access to the part we're replacing, which is our throttle body here. So we'll do that next. Next, we're going to remove this hose here, and just leave it like this for a moment. And then we got 4 bolts here. You see, 1, so there, 1, 2, and then symmetrically 2 more. And we also have to remove this connector here, and this is going to be, let me see if I can get a little bit more light there. It's right at the bottom here of the throttle body. We got the bolts now. Okay, so now we're gonna pull away the throttle body here. And remember, I couldn't quite get to the wiring before, so I'm gonna try and tackle it now with a little bit more space here that I have. So that's here. And what we do is we basically squeeze this part and this part of the connector and pull the connector off. Okay, so here's the old throttle body. So it's got dirt around it, so it's a little bit hard to get the connector off. But those are essentially the notches here and here that hold the connector. You can see it from the angle here. So here's the replacement one. We're putting a used one in. So here's the part number. So it's A1131410125. So we got the gasket on. We secured one with a bolt like this, just sticking a little bit out so the gasket is aligned, and the other one is held by this bolt here. So we'll install it now. So we got the first bolt aligned here. Just needed to grab, which I think I did, yeah, perfect. And then we'll line up the next bolt underneath. So we're going to tighten this now to 9 Newton meters. Okay, so that one's at 9. We'll add them here. That one's at 9. This one's at 9, and then the last one here. Okay, at 9 as well. We'll reattach this hose here. So that's done, and now we gotta just reattach the connector down there. I'll just blow a little bit of air out here so it cleans out any debris in there. So if we need to take it apart in the future, it's easier to do so. All right. So we're gonna plug it in. This flat part here that you see will be facing towards the firewall. So there you go. You heard both clips. And then there's a little area underneath here that I just put the cable into, and I'll show this to you in the old part. So we just plugged it in like this, and then I pushed the cable into this thing so it holds it in place underneath. So this is what it looks like. connector in here, and then cable in here, and then it kind of goes back. So now we cleaned up the air duct housing. We're gonna just reattach it back in. There we go. There you go, bottom one clipped and the top one clipped as well. And then don't forget to attach this hose here, the centrifuge. So that's that. Now we're gonna just put on the air mass flow sensor. So this goes kind of back like this. I have to line this up. So I clipped it back already, and I'm kind of slowly coming down on both sides here, which is pushing it into the area. And we'll just have to be careful so we don't break something. This is, you know, pretty old plastic here we're dealing with. This one is pretty much almost aligned. That one clipped in. We just gotta get this one in. You can see it here, how they're supposed to align. There you go, it aligned. And we have in the back here that's clipped. And now we're just gonna connect this connector. Oh, which I should have cleaned the housing on that too. And here we go. So we're pushing this on. There you go. And then I'm pushing this little piece in as well to lock it in. There you go. And now we just put in the air filter on. And I removed this just to give myself a little bit extra space earlier. So. Let's seat it in. This is on. This is on. This is on. And the last piece is a little bit bent. Right, and this completes the job.